Okay, so you just started moving your conversations over from emails to Teams, but you're finding that you're losing some messages. Maybe you read stuff on your phone and you want to get back to it when you're on your laptop, or you're just having to scroll through and you thought, oh, that's really important. How do I save stuff to go back and see it later when I want to return to it? That's what we're going to cover in today's video. So today we're going to take a look at 3 ways that you can get back to something that you've seen in Teams that you want to revisit. Let's jump straight in. So first way is just making something appear unread. So as you may have seen in Teams, wherever there's a bold element to your channel name, that means there's something there that you've not read. So you can see I've read everything in the general channel already, so that's not bold. But say this message from George was really important because it actually needs me to do some action on it. On any message, I can click the 3 dots and get more options. So if I click the 3 dots on George's message, I've got an option to say mark as unread. And if I click that, it'll put a purple line across to say this is where I was up to when I last read the channel. And it'll make the channel go bold. So that's the first easiest way to say, well, if you were keeping up to date with the channel and it's bold, you're probably going to go back through and read what's in there. So the downsides with the first approach is that if someone does an app mention or a channel mention in that channel and you click on that notification and go into the channel, it's going to assume that you've read everything in that channel. So that's why you might want to use the second method. So the second way is to save the message. So if we go back onto George's message and start moving our mouse over his message, see next to those 3 dots is a little bookmark icon which says save this message. If we click save the message, you'll see it pops up where your account icon is and says it's saved, which is sort of highlighting to you where it has been saved. If you then click on your account icon, and you'll see there's a section called saved, and in there you'll see all of the messages that you've bookmarked, and it'll jump you to the place in Teams or even in a chat where you've bookmarked those messages. So you can see right at the top is the one I've just done from George, so all the stuff I want to go back to is in that saved list. Once you've finished with the saved list, you can just click the bookmark again to unmark it as saved, and it'll just disappear out of your saved list. So nice little neat way of keeping everything that's important to you, and you could use it as a to-do list if you wanted to and tick it off as you've done it and just unsave those items. So the third way is a catch-all. The search in Teams is really good. So say there's a scenario where you were just browsing through on your mobile phone, you saw there was something there that you needed to go back to, but then you got interrupted. So you didn't mark it as unread, you didn't remember to save it, and you think, oh, how do I get back to it? I don't know what channel it's in, I don't know where to scroll. So search in Teams is really fast and really powerful. So let's just take a look at one I did myself the other day. So I wanted to go back to some SIPOC documents that were as part of the IBP team. If I just search for SIPOC and hit enter, you're going to see all of the messages where SIPOC's been mentioned in any team, in any channel, and I could scroll through and click them. It'll take me to the thread. I can see any files attached to that thread. As well as that, if I just wanted to go straight back to a file, it does search across all of the files that I've got access to. So any team, any SharePoint site, any files in my OneDrive, it's going to search all of those, both in the title and within the documents. You see all documents that have got SIPOC in, and they're all part of the IBP project team, which is great because that's where I want to go. Say you're searching for something a bit more generic, but you knew it was in a certain team, there's this filter button in the search. So search for something, then hit the filter button, and you can search in a specific team for that search result. So I just want to search in the IBP project team, all the files are there anyway, so the filter won't do much. But if you were searching for something that could have been across multiple teams, but you knew exactly where it was, you could use a filter. See, the filter looks slightly different than if I was in messages. So if I go to messages and then filter, it gives me some more options. So I can even search by subject, a certain date range, a certain team in a certain channel, even from a certain person, or even where I'm mentioned or where it's got an attachment. So lots of powerful ways to filter down your search. If you completely get lost in Teams, just search for something that you want to find and it will appear. So let us know what you thought of this video. Remember to like and leave us a comment if you want to see more of this type of content, and I'll see you in the next video.